Hey everybody, welcome back to Fiverr Talks. It's What's Up Wednesday, and I'll tell you what's up. We've got something brand new today we've never done on the channel before. It's a featured top-rated seller interview. That's right, I'm going to be sharing an interview with another top-rated seller that you don't want to miss today. That's right. Today we have our very first featured top-rated seller interview, and I'm excited because I want to do this a lot more on the channel. I know that you all are here because you enjoy hearing from my voice, but I want you to hear from as many people, a broad audience and perspective as you can possibly get, because there are a lot of people out there with great experiences to share with you, and this is the beginning, just the beginning of that here on Fiverr Talks. Today we're going to be talking to my good friend RHONDALEE Arms on Fiverr. She goes under the username RHONDALEE, and I'll tell you something, she has done a great job over the last 6.5 years. She started in January 2014 of building up a 5-star service with her spokesperson and voiceover services. She has completed over 6,000 gigs on Fiverr in that time, over that 6.5 years, and she's been full-time for most of that, I think about 5 years, and she has an overall 5-star rating, raving reviews from her clients. Rhonda's originally from Austin, Texas, but now lives in Ecuador, and that's a part of her really cool story of how Fiverr and working on Fiverr as a freelancer has really changed her life and enabled to do some really cool things. So I don't want to waste any more time. I'm going to kick it over to Rhonda, and I'll try not to interrupt, but I'm just as excited to share this with you as I hope you are to see it.
Well, it's completely changed our lives. Whereas before we were used to office jobs, 8 to 5, 40-hour work week, or when I was doing hair, also I had, very long days and nights that I work. Now we get to set our schedule. We get to say when we want to work and how many orders we want to accept. And we get to set our schedule, and there's just having that freedom is amazing. So the way we work is that we get to work how we want to work. There's a lot of people that if they want to, they want to film every single day, they'll do it. As for us, we have other priorities. We have, like I said, we have our volunteer work, we have our family life that's very important to us. So we get to set the schedule and work as much as we want. And having that freedom is just really nice. Not just that, but the freedom to even travel, to do things. When we decided to get on Fiverr and when we were successful on Fiverr, then we did get that opportunity to go to another country. We actually got invited to help out and do our volunteer work in Japan. We had the opportunity to live in Japan for 6 months, and Fiverr is what supported us to be able to live there. And then after that, we looked into another country, and now we're living in Ecuador. And so it's just been amazing. And in between that, Japan and Ecuador, my husband and I love to travel. And so having this business, we don't have to worry about, oh, what's the boss going to say? Are they going to give us the time off? We don't have to worry about that because we're the boss. So we get to set ourselves up to be able to travel. While we were in Japan, we were able to go and travel to other places, nearby, Thailand, Korea. And since we've been here in Ecuador as well, we've been able to visit the friends we made in Japan, go visit Peru, go back home to Texas where we're from and visit our family members. It's just opened up this freedom that really we can't ever imagine going back to a regular 9 to 5, 8 to 5, whatever the work week is now. So my husband and I are full-time Bible teachers. We volunteer our time as full-time Bible teachers, and we wanted to expand our volunteer service in another country. So we were thinking about Latin America, and so we started doing research on that. But being that I was a hairstylist and he was a computer technician, we didn't see that form of income was going to be a viable source of income in another country. So we put our heads together and we decided that we needed to have online income, a stable form of online income, and that would help to support our volunteer work that we wanted to be involved in, or we wanted to continue being involved in. So we started doing research, and my husband started doing most of the research, and he stumbled upon the website. He heard about Fiverr, fiverr.com. And so he looked into it. He said, what is this website, fiverr.com? Because he kept hearing people talk about it when he was doing research online. So he looked it up, and he saw that it was an online marketplace and that people offered their services online, and that's how they made money. So that really intrigued him, and so he told me about it. He said, Rhonda, look at this website. These people make money online offering their services. And one of the top services was the video spokesperson category. And he said, you could do that. I mean, they're presenting a script. You can do that. You can be a presenter. And I was skeptical. When I looked at it, I thought, I don't know, is this a legitimate website? I'm not sure. I'd never heard of anything like it before. So it really, I didn't trust it in the beginning. So I told him, no, I don't think that's what we should be doing, or I don't know. I'm not into it right now. So he was patient with me because we had my little brother actually come and visit that time, and he was still in high school, but he was really good at creating jingles. He played the guitar, and he was really good at just making up jingles. So my husband did a little experiment, and he told him, hey, can we throw a gig on this website, Fiverr? Let's say that you can offer to create a jingle for businesses. What do you think about that? And so, what my little brother, what did he have to lose? He was like, sure, let's do that. So they threw that gig up there, and lo and behold, he started getting orders. Like immediately, he started getting all of these orders. So when I saw that, then that caught my interest. So then I told my husband, okay, fine. Let's try this. We don't know what we're doing, but I guess we'll try it and see what happens. And so we did. We threw a video up. I offered spokesperson services, and I'll tell you, I look back and it was horrendous. We knew nothing about video production. Lighting was bad. Audio was bad. I mean, I'm surprised I even got orders, but they were really cheap at that time. So we started getting orders. And from there, we started growing our business little by little. We started improving our production, learning to actually create nice videos as opposed to the awful ones we had in the beginning. But we did, and little by little, we started growing our business, and we had a certain number in mind. If we can make at least this much consistently for at least a few months, then we know that we're ready to go ahead and pursue our goal and move to another country. And that's exactly what happened. After a few months of building up our business, then we had that amount of money that we wanted so that we could continue to pursue the goals that we had.
I'm going to interrupt right here just for a minute and let you know that I think this is one of the coolest part of Rhonda's stories. In fact, as I was watching her answers to these questions, I actually saw my own story in this, because my wife is the one who encouraged me to get started on Fiverr. She said, you could do that, you could get started. And I want to just point out that if you have a spouse that could come along in the ride with you or might be a great encouragement to you, don't overlook that. Rhonda and her husband are working together. I know a lot of husband and wife teams that are working together on services on Fiverr. In fact, I've worked with many of them, handfuls of them. I run into them all the time. Never underestimate the power of a husband and wife or two partners working together to get something done, a common goal, common thread. I love it. Okay, we'll just get back to the interview. It's too good.
Well, like I mentioned already, it's having that freedom and being able to work how we want to work. So having that freedom really does open up a lot of other opportunities. Now that we've built up our business to where it's at, we've been able to look at other opportunities and other online income streams. What are other things that we can do? And it's because of this that it's allowed us to even look into that. So having that freedom really, it's nice. A lot of people, they live to work Well, we're not like that. That's not our style. We want to work to live, and this allows us to do that. I would want to say yes because I'm a perfectionist, and like I said, when we started off, I felt like those videos were just awful, so I wouldn't want to start off like that. But at the same time, it was a learning experience, and the learning, that right there in itself is very valuable. You learn a lot, and I feel that we're always learning. So I would have to say no, because the important part is just to get started and to give yourself that opportunity to learn and grow. Well, our plans are to continue doing what we're doing. What I have learned about, having this business on Fiverr is that it's very important to have great customer service, to deliver a great product. And so we're going to continue doing that and always improving on that. I always feel there's always room for improvement. So we're going to continue doing that, and we're going to look at adding more gigs. We've had just a few gigs since we started, and we've been successful with those. But the digital marketplace is a huge marketplace, and there is a huge need now for digital marketing. So we're seeing how there's a lot of other gigs that we can add to our profile, that we can help people to market their business, because that's the way to go now. I mean, that's what marketing is all about nowadays. It's online, it's going digital. And so, yeah, we're gonna look to grow in that way, adding more gigs, getting more skilled in other forms of advertising so that we can help those businesses out there. Never stop learning. Just get started. Like I said, if it weren't for my husband giving me that push, we wouldn't be here. So just do it. Just get started. If you're skeptical or if you're not sure, just try it. I mean, the worst thing that can happen is that you don't get orders, but then if you do start getting orders and you start building up your business, you'll end up like we did. So just do it, get started, offer great customer service. And I mean, if you're following Jill's videos, then continue looking at those tips, because that's going to help you grow your business on Fiverr.
Oh, this is so good, guys, right? We are so thankful that Rhonda took some time out of her busy schedule to share her wisdom with our audience, and I know that we're all better for it. Rhonda, thank you so much for doing that. And if you loved it, please leave Rhonda a comment down below and let her know how much you loved her information. Let her know what of her wisdom, what of her experience really spoke to you the most. I know she'd love to hear it, and I know she'll be checking it because she's here on Fiverr Talks every week too. So thanks again for sharing your story. Look out for more of these featured top-rated seller stories, and if you'd like to get involved, if you'd like to nominate yourself or somebody you know for one of these to be featured, they can apply by emailing fiverrtalks@gmail.com, and we'll consider it. We really want to share more broad experiences on this channel. That's what it's all about, and that's what we want to bring to you each and every week. Hey, if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. That's the way you're going to keep up with every single video we put out there every Monday and Wednesday on YouTube. And then if you like this video, give us a thumbs up down below. It lets us know what content you're really into, and I know you're going to love this one, so throw out those thumbs up. And then finally, if you're ready to go deeper, you're ready to take your Fiverr seller journey to the next level, join us on Patreon. Become a Fiverr Talks Insider. That's patreon.com/DJYoung. Exclusive content just for you insiders every single Friday. There's a library of content and resources there for you already, so what are you waiting for? Get over there. Don't waste any time, and make sure you come back, because we've got more fresh and free content for you right here on Fiverr Talks next week. And remember, keep doing, because the future favors the doers.